On April 10th, 2024, a TikTok channel called Screenshot HQ released the following video.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
In the 30-second video, they interview 7 women, and here's a quick cut of their responses.
Bear. Men are scary.
With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear.
a bear.
I would say a man.
And this sparked off a conversation on why most of the women, 6 out of 7, chose to take their chances with a bear. And most of the women in this online conversation, mostly happening on TikTok, assured men that they too would absolutely choose the bear over a man. And the most frequent reason women gave for why they would choose the bear over a man is summed up like this. A bear might maul and kill you. A man might do worse. And many, too many men oppose the idea of a woman choosing to take their chances with a bear over a man, which is not only a huge red flag, it's wrong on every level. It's inherently insane. It's a bunch of dudes telling on themselves. Now, I've been seeing videos of people trying their best to explain to men that women have good reasons why they say they take their chances with a bear over a man. They bring up the recorded numbers by every crime statistics you can name, the FBI, women's groups, women's health groups, medical organizations, period, of how many attacks and essays women have to suffer at the hands of men, be it through direct violence or domestic violence, and the number of women who suffer these attacks through partners, relations, friends. And don't get me wrong, these numbers are correct. In fact, that's one of the major things that shuts down their argument. It's one of the main things that make manosphere or hotep content look completely ridiculous and look like the sick, twisted misogynists that they actually are. But it's not really a good response to these men who are sitting here arguing about women's right to choose bears over men, because the responses are inherently psychotic.
Stop acting stupid. There's no way y'all would rather be trapped in the woods with a bear over a man.
Give me the bear. I don't care what argument people have against it. Give me the bear.
I choose the bear.
But it really is jarring just how many men care more about preserving their reputation just so that they can have access to women versus evaluating and ruminating on the fact that millions of women would rather be alone with a wild animal than be alone with them.
If the bear hurts me, people won't question whether or not it happened. The bear is not going to kidnap me and lock me in its basement for months or even years. If the bear hurts me, I'll know that people will actually go and get the bear and do something so that it can't hurt anyone else. The bear won't go ask other bears to help it pin down its victim.
Are y'all realizing that myself and other women are saying bear because we would quite literally rather die?
Okay, look, if your response to people's choice in this hypothetical is anger, misogyny, agitation, or misplaced cries of vengeance, you need to get help. That's sociopathic behavior. At least you need to be distant from any women of any age. You are a type of man who should not have contact nor influence around any women, whether they're adult women or young women. The amount of damage that someone like you will do is very obvious, because the answer to the man or bear question can only be an opinion. And while it's true that people give their opinions based on their life experience, it's still an opinion. An opinion is right or wrong, good or bad, depending on where the opinion leads. The opinion can be good and bad as long as it doesn't lead to you participating in or stoking harm. It's just that simple. Otherwise, an opinion is just an opinion. But all these negative responses are basically saying any woman who would choose a bear has the wrong opinion. How? Choosing a bear does not hurt men. And since it's a hypothetical, women saying they'll choose a bear doesn't hurt anybody, as opposed to, let's say, a racist who joins a hate group and harms and lynches and attacks. Those type of opinions lead to harm. Then you're allowed to have the opinion, you're just not allowed to have the harm it leads to. So if I oppose the opinion of a racist, I'm opposing an opinion that is proven to have done harm. The opinions of women that they would choose to be alone with a bear than a man causes nobody any harm. It's a hypothetical. It most likely will never happen to your average woman or man for that matter.
How many bear attacks are there in the United States every year?
According to Bear Vault, since 1784 there have 66 fatal human-bear conflicts by wild black bears. Less than a dozen non-fatal conflicts happen each year, and the vast majority of encounters end with zero bodily contact.
How many women are assaulted in the United States every year?
According to RAINN, on average, there are 463,634 victims, aged 12 or older, of rape and sexual assault each year in the United States.
How many women are assaulted by a partner every year in the United States?
According to National Organization for Women, according to the National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, women experience about 4.8 million intimate partner-related physical assaults and rapes every year. Less than 20% of battered women sought medical treatment following an injury.
Now, one could say the opinion is bad, but that is not what men are arguing. Because once you say the opinion is just bad, it opens up discussion. Why is it bad? And what harm does it cause? And when you get onto that part, what harm it actually causes, and the answer is zero harm, that's it. You could think it's a bad opinion, but once again, that's your opinion. But that is not what these men are arguing. These men are arguing that, these women don't have the right to their opinion.
Stop acting stupid. There's no way y'all would rather be trapped in the woods with a bear over a man.
And that's what makes it psychotic, because saying that is saying women do not have the same rights as other human beings. It's dehumanizing. It's absolute misogyny. Therefore, that makes these men misogynists, which does, in fact, lead to the harm of women. That's one of the reasons why women would rather choose bear. So as we look at this, men's arguing about women's right to have an opinion, arguing that women should not have the right of choice, the right to choose, because men do not like the idea that most women would choose to be alone with a bear than a man, is misogynist, therefore the very reason why women choose to be with a bear than a man. By their own argument against women's right to have an opinion, they are proving that women are right about the opinions they have. And since it falls directly on misogyny, which causes harm, that makes it insane. That makes it evil. That makes it evil and insane, because two things can be true at once, which is another brick in the wall of the reasons why women would choose the bear. You guys get that yet?
You're a good girl. Where the baby at? The baby's coming up here. Where the baby's coming up here? Hey. Hey. You need more? See, what everybody's so worried about.